just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the bees to the birds, man. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, dog pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Right there, 180, round 80. All day, every day, any day.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Load it.
Now Rivers. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Rivers. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Buffalo wall. Here we go. Check your heart rate.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Get.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
50 the mic. Yeah.
Throwing again. Herbert. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, he's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
64.
To throw on second down. Herbert, this one caught by Davis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Herbert. He'll get this complete to Batson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
30 base.
Big stop, Pete. Big stop. Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. Got a man, it's Humphries. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphries there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. He finds an opening past the 40. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 22 yards there, a first down. These two teams all tied after one.
Here we go. Ready. Block 11.
Second down, defense. Let's go.
Rivers on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Wait, 89.
On second down, Rivers again. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again here, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
He's crashing. He's a rocket. Show it up. Show it up.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, Rivers. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Rivers. It's caught by Jackson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 33 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. 1st down, a run with Cohen. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Well, this one complete to Smith. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup of 38. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in this 1st half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Odell Beckham there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
91. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. That'll bring up second down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Right here. Check 3, check 3.
Throwing again. Rivers. That's caught by Jackson. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
He's coming, he's coming. Red!
A first down throw here for Rivers. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's second down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. He's going to let this go deep for Jake. It's caught inside the 25. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Elliott puts this one through. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Then he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Haywood!
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Watch the screen.
To throw on second down. Herbert. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now as you...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a first down.
Hey, Delta!
Rivers now to throw on first down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers forced out to his left. And this is incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Rivers now, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Again, it's Rivers, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Rivers. This goes to Mack on the check down. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Rivers on 4th down. This is caught by Jackson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Rivers. He completes this one to Mack. The 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Rivers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jeffrey Simmons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Rivers. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Bravo. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective,
Didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
My 50. I'm going to run you over.
On first down, Herbert. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Rivers to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Easy. Y'all playing the wrong football. Shoot.
Fourth down, Rivers. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
The kick by Elliott is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Draw play, Cohen. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Joseph on for the extra point. And And the lead is up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. First down, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, Delta.
One last shot now for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to stick with Dez. There got too physical. Pass interference.
I like your note there. So physical. Hard for any defender to cover Dez Bryant without drawing a pass interference call.
Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.